What's up, people? Sorry, I can't do a straight face. Yeah, we're gonna be. Today we'll be reading Questionable Dreams I've Had, Part 2, Poor Lighting Edition. We're starting off on a good note already, because on September 22nd, 2022, I had a very weird dream. Anyway, let's get on with the actual dreams, shall we? Alrighty, so October 10th, 2022, my strangest dream ever, dot question mark, or dot exclamation mark, dot question mark. It was the morning, and Geen from Bleach was smiling evilly at Ichigo in the upstairs bathroom, and the roof was the sky. Geen said, "I have all the soft power in the universe, Ichigo. You can't stop me." And he sounded and looked like Ichigo's hollow. Then it transitioned over to a kitsune, and in the background was my bed with the dark blue and polka dot blanket. On the blanket was one of my characters from my writing, glaring at the kitsune. The kitsune looked wary as a voice was heard narrating, "Star power is the strongest force in the universe." The kitsune, knowing this, didn't want to admit that he was the one using it. Then suddenly I started making spelled-wrong laser sounds as the character from my writing spun rapidly. The kitsune glared at her, and then I spun around, landing it on my bed. Landing what? Then it transitioned over to what looked like a purple tent. Inside, there was a disco ball, and at one part of Dropping Fish was playing. The disco ball was floating above a rectangular table. All of a sudden, a giant teddy bear popped up at the end of the table and swayed side to side. I forgot the rest of the dream. The dream I had on July 4th this year. Two characters were in an ominous-looking area. One of them was an anthropomorphic cat with maroon fur, dark orange eyes, a reddish shirt, and very dark magenta pants. The other character was Togeda from My Hero Academia. He has a warping quirk. He was wearing a sunflower around his head. They were huddled together, and an evil yellow foldable yoga mat was on one side, blocking the exit. The exit was a potato chip bag from Death Note. On the other side of the cowering characters was an anthropomorphic Vaporeon. Then the foldable yoga mat said, "You cannot escape. We've brought you here to join the League of Villains." Togeda exclaimed, "No, I don't want to be evil." "Well, that's too bad," said the anthropomorphic Vaporeon. Suddenly, while their guards were dropped, the anthropomorphic cat slid underneath the yoga mat, which was bent for some reason. "Good. She was able to escape. But not me. I'm still stuck here," Togeda said in his head. But unexpectedly enough, the foldable yoga mat grew a tail and legs before turning away and saying, whatever, before walking away. That was when Togeda leapt on top of the yoga mat before jumping down and into the potato chip bag. "Hey, get back here with no punctuation," the anthropomorphic Vaporeon shouted before running over to the bag. The dream would have continued if my mom didn't call me. Oh boy. My new weirdest dream. Weird as my January 11th! Insert gasping noise here because this microphone is so bad I can't make a gasping noise. Anyway, July 6th, 2024. It was daytime, and I was working on my writing when suddenly the Magic School Bus came out of nowhere and jump-scared the fourth wall as the Magic School Bus theme song started playing. Then the bus teleported to a rectangle-shaped parking area and started dancing in times 2 speed. Meanwhile, one of the characters from my writing was standing on one side of the bus while another character from my writing was standing on the other side. A few seconds later, the song faded away as the image for Fleetwire Into the Cave sped up appeared, and the next thing I knew, the song started playing in the background, but I only played one note of the piano before the song started getting gradually off-key. Then I woke up after getting the feeling that I was having a nightmare. And the song I listened to go to sleep that caused that dream was Fleetwire Overwatch, sold and reversed. So I didn't listen to anything to go to sleep on July 4th. Either that or I forgot. Anywho, July 23rd, 2024. Ow. It was daytime, and I was on a bus playing that nostalgic mobile game. But the characters were Rennie from Pretty Blood, and two other characters who also looked like they were Pretty Blood, who I didn't recognize were also there. They were using their skill moves when suddenly the thing they were fighting collapsed to the ground and a red aura came out of it as black sparks of electricity shot out from it. As the sparks flew from the monster thing, the Pretty Blood characters were about to use their battle moves again when suddenly black vines went out of the ground and tied around their torsos, lifting them up from the ground, preventing them from moving. They were all squirming as they were whimpering in pain as their life started getting drained. Suddenly my sister leaned over from her seat, which is behind me, and said, "Looks like the flashbacks are activating!" Then it showed a strange-looking Roblox animation style thing as the camera showed a snowy ground and tree with Browen bushes in the background. I forgot the rest of the dream. And looks like I didn't listen to any song to go to sleep either. Okay, and August 4th this year. Oh my gosh. I was somewhere walking outside an Airbnb when a crow/raven thing flew over to me. Then it began talking to me. I forgot what it said. And I was about to start talking to it when someone said something along the lines of lemon rain. I forgot the rest of the dream. And the song I listened to was Meep City Village thing. Man, something happened to this film. Alright, some honorable mentions. We'll read that when I'm done reading these dreams. October 11th, 2024. I had a dream that a tsunami was heading towards our house, and as everyone was trying to close the windows, I was looking out my room window as a huge lump of water passed by our house. As it did, the next thing I knew, I felt with a weirdly written T, the house rock and sway. As it began swaying more violently, I held onto a wall. Once the house was slammed onto the ground, I ran downstairs all around to the first floor. Everything was normal, and then I heard my mom exclaim, "Your sister forgot to properly close the window." That was when I glanced at the window and noticed it was cracked open. I forgot the rest of the dream. And the song I listened to go to sleep was Spiral Summer Forest Theme 10 Hours. November 9th, 2024. The memory I have of this dream is very faint, but just know it's quite weird. I think I spelled it wrong. It has something to do with the character that looks like it came straight out of Pretty Blood. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Anyway, the song I listened to go to sleep was Super Smash Bros. 2 Within the Giant. November 11th, 2024. I had two dreams. The first dream. I had a dream I played Super Smash Bros. 2 with my sister, but we were Valorant characters. I swear, I never played that game. I've only heard of it a little bit and watched like a couple of videos. And I was somehow winning. When we were finished, we played again, but this time we were the Duck Life Treasure Hunt ducks. I sort of forgot what happened next, other than the fact that when I attacked the last player, they shrunk in size as both of our characters floated up into space. My second dream. I had a dream that I was sitting outside my school when a boy came up from behind and wrapped his arms around me. As I was trying to get him off, he said, "Hey baby," in your stereotypical Rizzler voice. Quote-unquote Rizzler voice. Only a few moments later was I finally able to get him to let go, and I furiously threw his phone. I then grabbed my phone, which didn't have a case for some reason, and sprinted over to my bus, which was about to leave. Unfortunately, I was too late, and it, along with the other buses, drove away. "No!" I exclaimed in a panicked voice as I watched the buses leave. Now upset, I sighed irritably as I walked over to the bench next to the entrance of my school. I was about to pull out my phone when all of a sudden, two boys came up to me. Right before they could do anything, I got up while groaning and glared at them before reaching out and grabbing them by their t-shirts and pulling them a little towards me while lifting them off the ground. You know, like your stereotypical bully thing in the stupid high school movies? Anyway, let me guess. Freshman, I said in a disgusted voice. A few moments of silence later, I said in my head, "Geez, what's up with boys trying to hit me up lately?" No, I didn't. No, I did it in a different recording, but I decided to redo the recording. Anyway, but as I was saying that, suddenly the two boys shrank into little cartoonish mushrooms as everything transformed into the inside of a small toy house at my daycare. Oh, right, because there were like two small toy house thingies. One was like a little log cabin, brown cabin thing that was infested with spider webs, and that's the one where this is taking place, so. Oh no, did you guys hear that? That one Portland said she has a bag of dreams to tell us. Bag full of dreams to tell you guys. Her words, not mine. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, everything transformed to the inside of that small toy house at my daycare. Oh, so maybe that's why everyone's trying to rizz me up. I thought as I dropped the mushrooms into a bright red and white spotted pit. Never mind, you guys won't get it. Anyway, as I looked outside, I noticed there was snow covering the ground. Ah yes, a snow covering the ground. And I heard a voice narrating, "She needs to try and avoid the incoming blizzard." After that, the sound of someone imitating blizzard sound effects was heard. A few moments later, I headed towards the exit while putting my shirt over my lower half of my face. After I left, it showed me in third person as the camera showed the cabin behind me as I was walking away from it. I forgot the rest of the dream. Either that or my mom woke me up. Oh right, the song I listened to go to sleep that caused that dream was Silent Hill's Soul Creek, not Tomorrow the Next remix, whatever. November 23rd this year, I had a dream that I was playing Wolf Quest, and I was roaming around in Amethyst, I believe spelled wrong, mountain. When I opened the map, I saw an icon that looked like a lion head, and it looked like it was heading towards my den. I rushed there, and by the time I arrived, the lions were already prowling around. One jumped out of my side / left hind leg, and I felt immense pressure along with sharp pain. A few moments, my game restarted. I forgot the rest of the dream. And the song I listened to go to sleep was Fleetwire Reductive Slow. December 17th, 2024. I was playing Super Smash Bros. 2 on the Venus Castle map. I think it's called that. I can double check later. And there were two Donkey Kong CPUs, the default skin and a blue skinned one. After the blue one savagely KO'd one of the Pikachu CPUs, there were two of them, it transformed into a Gacha Life character and started singing. I forgot what it was singing and what the song went like. I had two dreams, I just didn't want to read the second one because I thought you guys wouldn't care, but this is I'm reading my dreams video, so. Dream 2. I was on YouTube, oh no, I'm smiling, when I watched a video, when I noticed a video that was about a remix of a Crystal Castle song, I forgot which one, and so I clicked on it. As usual, I scrolled down to see the comment section when I saw text that read, "This comment was continued." The music artist. Then I said out loud, "Whoa, I didn't know he has heard of Crystal Castle, specifically that one song." I forgot the rest of the dream. And the song that I listened to go to sleep was Dated, a collection of thoughts and feelings. December 22nd, this year. The fantastic Mr. Fox and his kid were exploring an empty boat deck during the nighttime, when he suddenly got caught up in a trap. Then appeared around him, and an opening in the ground appeared as the cage slid through, the top of it camouflaging with the floor. The kid looked around and became uneasy once he realized his father wasn't around. "Father?" he called. He called for his father several more times, each time his voice becoming more and more sorrow. As he called out one last time, it showed two businessmen standing there, watching the fox kid. One of them asked, "Should we do something about him?" And the other responded calmly, "No. It'll continue on and wear off eventually." My alarm clock then woke me up, interrupting my dream. December 25th / 26th, because I went to sleep at like 2:40 something this year. Alright, the song I listened to go to sleep that caused that December 22nd dream was Kenny Salmon Smooth Nylon Slowed. You know, that video I uploaded that somehow blew up. Anyway, December 25th this year. I was playing Beesmas Simulator, and I was headed towards the pumpkin patch when suddenly the flowers and pumpkins transformed into a bunch of lavender-purple pillows before a lavender-purple blanket sheet appeared over them. As I leapt onto the bed, a horrendous-looking plushie of this little critter appeared. I looked at the plushie as a pillow appeared underneath my head, and I lay down. The dream would have continued if it weren't for the loud beeping of garlic? I cannot speak today. The loud beeping of garbage trucks the following morning. Alrighty, honorable mentions. I once had a dream that a music artist was talking to me on Discord and asked me if I wanted to play Roblox. I also had a dream about this one YouTuber I watch making correctly spelled this time. What a miracle! A reaction video with 2 or 3 other people, and one of those people being a music artist. Once the video ended, it showed an end credit scene similar to that of a movie. I forgot the specific details of exactly what happened in the entire dream, and this is all I remembered. I had a dream about me playing a game I used to play when I was little, which is that, like, oh, right. Sorry, I was getting distracted because I remembered what game it was. I was a different character though, and I was running through a lava-themed level as I headed towards the boss. Once I got there, my character. Once I got there, my character suddenly leapt towards the boss and sliced it in half, blood pouring everywhere. That's all I remembered. I had a dream that I was on YouTube, and I clicked on a YouTube video. The YouTube video was a re-upload of a port. Sorry if I randomly sounded cut off. I calculated it. Well, no, that sounds nerdy. I predicted it. My chin accidentally muted my microphone. Anyway, as I was saying, the video was a re-upload of a Portwave song. I don't know which one it was. When I opened the comment section, I saw someone's comment. In his comment, he just said some random computer specs. The person who uploaded the video replied in caps, "OMG, what are you doing here?" And that's all I remember. Here's another dream I had. I forgot when, because it's one of those dreams that I wrote down on my phone, and I may or may not have lost it 3 weeks ago, and lost my data. Anyway, I was like in my school during the daytime, and I was walking from my classroom, and then like someone walked up to me and unzipped my backpack before taking something out of it, and I ran after them while Ristic Threat Obscured Remake started playing in the background. And then like as I was chasing the person, and then we went into a classroom, and right as we were about, and right as they went into a classroom and they were about to throw something away, I woke up. And I forgot what song I listened to go to sleep that caused me to have that dream, but, you know, anyway. Unfortunately, we do not have many, if any, nightmarish honorable mentions, because I didn't really get any necessarily scary nightmares, because I used all of them. I told you guys all of them in part 1. But I do have some pretty awful bad dreams. Well, in my opinion, they're awful. So this one bad dream, I was playing Super Smash Bros. 2 in the, I don't know what map, but it had the sky for the Emerald Cave map, and basically what happened was there were 4 Pikachu CPUs, and I was trying to dodge one of them, and 2 of them went to the right side of the map where the camera cut off. And then like meanwhile, as I was trying to fight, I think it was a red Pikachu CPU, and as I went to the right side of the map trying to dodge it and stuff, like it showed the other 2 CPUs, but they were headless. And then like when I went to the very right side, like at the edge, this like monster like hand thing like reached out. It reached out and grabbed both me. I think it either grabbed me or the CPU, or it just grabbed me. It was a bad dream. And sorry, that umbrella was asking if I was telling you guys a nightmare or a bad dream. But as I was saying, it grabbed me and then like tore my head off. So after that, it transitioned over. Well, not transitioned. It just like cut to the inside of a bus, and the floor was like all cracked and stuff. And I was like in a curled up position, like holding on to I believe a chair, as I felt the bus like get lifted off of the ground and into the air. And then it showed that little goofy teddy bear looking thing from my Halloween special, but except it was making a creepy, well, not, it was making a disturbing smiley face, and its eyes looked a lot scarier than the way I drew them. And I woke up. Nice voice crack. But yeah, another, I guess, nightmare I had is, this was in July while I was on my quote unquote vacation. So basically, like, my sister was like, we moved houses and we were in our second house in the stream. And my sister was laying in her bed, which is like right next to the window. And it was like sort of dusk slash dark outside. I mean, it was like cloudy. So it looked like, you know how it looks. No, wait, it looks different. Okay, no. So basically, like, she was laying in her bed, and she was like, "Bad. I think this is the last nightmare I'm going to have." And then she screamed, and then like her scream slowly like weakened into soft whimpers before she went limp, and I woke up crying. So yeah, pretty awful nightmare. And I'm really sorry, guys, but that's it for today's video. Significantly shorter than the last one, but do not worry. In 2025, new year, new dreams, I hope. But trust me, they're gonna get a lot more weird. Well, it's unpredictable, really, but hopefully they'll get more weird than the ones I had earlier this year. I can't wait to see which dream will be the, as I call it, the magic school bus dream, since I love having bad memory.